Hi, I want to go over the syllabus one more time. Apparently, um, I'm getting a lot of feedback on, oh, I don't understand this and I don't understand what we're doing here. So let's open up the course syllabus. I'm in this is on the Canvas side. I keep getting a lot of comments from people, oh, you're using the St. Louis Community College side, and it's different. It's a difference without a distinction, bluntly. Discussions is the same, okay? Slightly different format, slightly different platform. There's some limits to what can go on, but there's an assignments portion in the other. It's called content on one, files on in Canvas. I realize there's a lot of stuff here, and maybe I should have gotten rid of most of this. Someone sent me a real nice video of how other professors do it, and kind of says, well, you don't really do it the way they do it. They all do it in this module fashion. Well, really, if you look at the schedule, you'll see that basically I've just laid out modules for you. Okay? They're not here, they're not click through, they're not linear. But let's go into the syllabus. Have I already done that one? No, here it is. All right, so let's click into the syllabus. And I'm in Google, I'm in Chrome. So it kind of defaults to just display here. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. All right. It's just cycling through the deals. That's a little goofy. If you're having any difficulty downloading anything from me at other places, so this is boilerplate that the college asks us to put in. It's important for you. You have to do all of that kind of stuff. I thought that I went through each of these individually, but let's look at it now. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, here's Zoom. All right, let's make this a little larger so that we can see everything. All right. So basically, here's how the class gets graded. Class participation, I am going to essentially assign about 45 points to the first half of the semester up through the break. What I'll be looking at is how often you're online. I've got a lot of grading tools that I wasn't aware of until a few days ago in Canvas that give me some idea of how often you're on, what sort of work you're doing. But I'm also going to be looking at substance, constant, content in the posts that I review, other stuff, okay? Might look at, are you making progress on the textbook quizzes, our next item. All right, so I'm going to do that twice, 45 points each time. If you're on, and I'm not trying to encourage you to fool me, be on the website, click on it, click out of it. I'm looking for real engagement. And I think in an online course, particularly this one, which has a lot of discussion boards, you should be getting online 2 to 3 times a week, give or take, and spending an hour or two, give or take, each time online. I can break it down. It gives me the metric for every day you're on, how and how long. Anyway, so this will be broken into 2 sections. So there'll be a 45 and then a 45 plus 10. The end one will be, I'll look at how consistent were you throughout the semester. If you get a 20 in the first semester and then get a 45 in the second semester, I may give you, say, 6 overall points, okay? But I'm not going to reward you for not having been good. If you get, say, a 40 and a 40, you're not quite going to get all of the points. I may only give you 8 of them, but you're going to wind up with an 88. The majority of students get a 92 or higher on this. It is meant to just reward people who stick with it for the whole time. Textbook quizzes and practice, there's a total of 68 points available. It shows in the syllabus as 50, so there's going to be a 18 points extra credit built in there. I want to jump down though for a second, and we're going to come down. I'm going to look at these at the discussion boards, because a lot of people are really used to, oh, I did the work this week and I got a grade this week. Not how I do it. Okay. In particular, the legal research project and the wreck of the Titanic, I grade them end of semester. And what I'm going to do is go back, look at the schedule, when was assigned, look at your post, when did you do it? If you're consistently 2 weeks late, the legal research project is worth 125 points. I'm basically going to look at 50 points per issue plus 25 for final project. Okay? I'm going to grade it end of semester. I'm not going to sit here and grade things every week. I've got 4 classes. I'm a pretty intense teacher, got a lot of energy going into this. And so when you post it, it is absolutely your choice. The problem is if you don't post it when I asked you to, I'm going to take points off. Okay, so if you're consistently 2 weeks, 2 months late, that's fine. You can turn stuff in late on this. Don't expect full points. The people who are going to get full points, and I hand out a lot of 125s in this project, but it's only to the people who did all the posts, did them all on time, and posted the final opinion. Okay, so you've got 2 problems, each are worth 50 points. You essentially build a full rough draft of a memo with all your posts and all your feedback to others and all your thoughts to others. That's 50 aside. The final opinion you write in one of the 2 topics, that's worth 25 points. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Not going to be graded until May, probably after the day of our final. Wreck of Titanic, same thing. Okay. I don't think I have the Titanic document sitting here, but basically I detail in the schedule when I want that topic in the Titanic discussion board done. Inside the Titanic discussion board document, it gives a specific thing you must do for that particular project. It varies from week to week, and that's done intentionally because that's a lot of times how work is. They don't necessarily do the same thing every week. I'm sorry I'm being a little wrapped up here, but I want you to understand that, these are semester-long projects. I grade them at the end of the semester. I don't give progress grades here. I give you plenty of other stuff where I'm grading you on progress. All right, included is the Wall Street Journal. That starts today and it ends about 5 weeks and 4 days from now. First post due on Wednesday, 2 reply posts to other students due Sunday. As soon as that Wall Street Journal is over, I go in, I grade it, you'll get your grade. You'll know right off the bat. You'll stand real clear. Where do I stand? Early semester test, obviously graded. All right. Now let's look at the Clark case analysis. There are 60 points available to you before the midterm. They will be graded. That's parts 1 and 2 of that paper. The balance of the paper is due after the midterm. No, it's 50. My mistake. It's 30 and 20. And then there's 80 points after the midterm. Well, hopefully you've gotten enough feedback that you'll do well enough. I grade those right after you're done. I'm going to do my best to be done in a week after submission. It depends on how many students there are. I grade papers with a fine-tooth comb. And that is to be fair to you and also to be fair to me and everybody else. Case presentation. I think I explained this in the schedule video I posted a couple of days ago. On the schedule, that is to help you get it done so that by the time we come to final submission, you have a finished product. You do not get these points unless you turn in your PowerPoint slides and the Excel grading spreadsheet that tells me how other students graded you. All right. On the mock trial, we're up in the air a little bit on how we're going to do this because of the way Canvas functions. But essentially, we're going to break this into two phases: the pre-trial discovery phase. If you don't know what that is, maybe get on Google and look up what is the pre-trial discovery phase of a lawsuit. Well, it's where we take depositions. It's where we exchange documents. So there are a lot of documents on file in the files folder. I don't like the way this opened up. That's and we'll talk about that later because I'm going to record a video there. All right, the live trial. I kind of want to see how things shake out for a little bit on how many people persist in this class. I mean, if we still have 70 students 5 weeks from now, I'm probably going to take a different approach than what I might if we only have 20 students total. What we may do, and this is a may, underline, underscore, big bold letters, single word on one document, may. That does not mean will. That's a different word. Is I will let certain groups of people, as like groups of 4 or 5, all play the lawyers, some on the defense side, some on the plaintiff side, and ask me questions as the witness in a Zoom, which is a shared screen technology that we can use where we can have 5 or 6 people on at once, and we can have kind of a live fire deal. We may or may not do depositions of other witnesses. If I do all the witness roles, we don't necessarily need to do that, but we will be dealing with the documents that are sitting inside the mock trial folder on the files page. So let me go over that one more time. Class participation, 2 groups of 45 plus 10 discretionary at the end. Textbook quizzes practice, yeah, they're all due at the very end. But I'm going to use that in judging your class participation, your attention. When did you take them? When do they show up? I'm going to look in the midterm and look at, has this person been reading the textbook? If not, I'm going to take points off, okay? Research projects presentation, case analysis, 4 sections, each of them graded as we go. Case presentation, single, one-time grade. You do make the presentation, you get the grade. The average grade on that project is around a 94. The low grade tends to be a 92. There are people who don't follow the instructions about the files to send in. They're in a different category. It tells you exactly what you have to have, and that's the Excel spreadsheet and the PowerPoint. Choose not to send one or the other, I reduce your grade. It's very simple. Wall Street Journal, we do it over 5 weeks. I will grade that before the midterm. Legal research project, we do it all semester. I grade it at the end of the term. Wreck of the Titanic, we do it all semester. I grade it at the end of the term. Again, if you're deciding, oh, I don't need to do that this week, you're giving up points. Later is always better than never. Never gets you a 0. Later gets you a reduction in what could have been earned there. Early semester test is due on the 18th. You will get a grade. You should have a grade by the 25th, and then I'm hoping you will have your grade on your paper by the 18th. The mock trial, we're going to do this in phases. I'm probably going to record another video pretty soon. So hopefully this helps. I thought I went over this once. I'm not going over the rest of the syllabus. This is our projects. That's how it's graded. I know other teachers do it other ways, and they do it better than I do, but this is the way I do it. To me, it is a distinction without a difference. It is a slightly different way of doing it. It is not as linear and simple, I grant you, but, it works. Thanks.